Yo, what's going on, party people, fat boy family? You already know what time it is. It's Fat Boy Friday. And yeah, man, we got a special one. I don't know about where you are. I've heard from my Michigan people. I ain't really talking to y'all. But my people, North Carolina, Virginia, Tennessee, South Carolina, Georgia. Bro, it's cold. You know what I'm saying? Forget fall. We might as well be talking about winter fragrances. Nonetheless, technically, we're still in fall. And I've put out a couple of videos regarding fall fragrances. I think the first one I put out was about transition fragrances, you know, coming from summer into fall. And then I did out my top fall clones or whatever, top 10. But I told y'all the list is fluid. The list is fluid. I put out the top 5 vanillas. You know what I'm saying, that I think is appropriate for this year. So I'm gonna stay in that same frame. Instead of just giving y'all a full fragrance review like I normally would for Friday, I'm gonna bust out this list on you. I told y'all, you know, in my best Stephen A impression, the list is fluid. The list is fluid, you know what I'm saying? So I got several fragrances here. I got 10 of these things. I think a couple of them I have talked about, whether in shorts or in another stream, but let's go ahead and bust these out, you know what I'm saying? This is gonna be my updated fall list of what I'm rocking right now, and 10 fragrances that I think you definitely have to have in your collection. This is not gonna be the last fall list that I do. You know what I'm saying? So I know some of y'all gonna be in my comments and be like, bro, how you gonna leave out Mercedes-Benz, you know what I'm saying, Clubman Black or whatever? It's not in here. I'm sorry. It's a couple of other things that's not in here yet. Just because I'm not wearing those right now. I'm talking about what I'm wearing, and if I'm wearing it, these are things that I'm recommended. I'm saying, yo, I think these are dope pickups. Most of you probably have them. Nonetheless, y'all know I can run my mouth, so let me shut up. Let's go ahead and jump into this video. All right, first on the list, we have none other from the house of Lattafa. We have that Ameer, and I can't hold these bottles, that Ameer Oudh. This is their Intense Oud. Woody vanilla. This is a creamy woody vanilla fragrance. You know what I'm saying? Got some oud in here, but that's not the star of the show. Sugary type of vanilla. Nice, sweet, creamy. That oud in here actually adds a little bit of smoke. This is a play on Mason Margiela's By the Fireplace. And I think it's a great cover, great rendition of that. I will be honest, I know the most two famous or popular Mason Margiela's is By the Fireplace and Jazz Club. I think I prefer Jazz Club a little bit more to this. It's a little bit more sophisticated. Both of them are great though, but this is definitely a great rendition. As far as, you know, performance, longevity, we're talking at least 6 to 8 hours. This is great cuddle action. Definitely literally what it suggests, you know, from the OG sitting by the fireplace. This is, hey babe, let's get some s'mores, some marshmallows, let's watch a movie. Especially this time of the year, y'all know October is Halloween season. Catch you a nice, you know what I'm saying, special on AMC or Freeform if you got it, depending on whether you got cable or not. Every scary movie you can think of right now. Definitely Netflix and chill approved for this type of weather. But again, from the house of Lattafa, we have Ameer Oudh Intense Oud. All right, this next fragrance, simplicity, it doesn't explain it, but you wouldn't think is as simple as it is. From the brand of the House of Paris Conroy, but the brand Pendora scents. You probably know what I'm getting ready to say. We have that Charuto Tobacco Vanille, literally tobacco and vanilla. I'll be honest with y'all, this is one of those ones that it really had to grow on me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a man's man to wear this one. This is dope. A play on Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille, and I think it's one of the better ones. Especially if you're into tobaccos. I know Harrod is my favorite tobacco, but this right here, if you're in the, you know, cigar lounge, whatever, this like that, my grandfather would have loved this one. He would have loved this one. You know what I'm saying? If, you know, cigar lounge, if you're into kind of that, if you're a whiskey bourbon drinker, if you're into kind of that, you know what I'm saying? Just really chill, real demure, as they like to say. You know what I'm saying? This is, you want to dress this up. You can sit around the house, sit around the man cave, you know what I'm saying, with this one. But this is one of those ones you can really dress up. It's going to garner a lot of attentions, Projection on this is going to be crazy. Gonna leave a scent trail everywhere you go. In the car, you walk, you stop by the gas station and grab something. I know some of y'all love, you know, go and grab a little swisher or whatever before you on your way the way you're going to. People still smoke. Y'all still smoke those? I don't know. I'm just talking. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But I don't see a lot of people. This is not, I wouldn't say club. This is definitely lounge, cigar lounge or whatever. I think this is beyond just chilling. This ain't something you just want to chill in the house with. You got to step out with this one. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this is probably the best cover of Tom Ford's tobacco Vanille out there. But again, from the house of Pendora scents, under the brand of Paris Corner, we have, I really said that backwards, but we have tobacco Vanille Charuto. All right, those of you in FragCom probably know that one of the strongest fragrances out there is from the house of Montal. You have Arabian Tonka, and they have an impression right here. Well, not them, but this company has an impression that's right there, not far behind. You have from the house of El Haramain, a recent pickup that I've fallen in love with, Amber Oudh, Deux by Night. Oh, we're talking a beautiful amber fragrance, man. Really, amber is the star of the show with this one. You get some of that saffron, bergamot. I know there's some oud, lily of the valley. There's some rose in here, tonka. I mean, this is just good. And Al Haramain always does a great job. Shout out to Sally, who was trying to convince me and has convinced me to get the other joint that's based on Imagination from LV. But I had to go with this one first because, like I said, we are in fall. I'm probably not gonna wear the other joint till we get to the springtime or summer. But right now, if you want to check out something that's gonna be great for the fall, that's one of them ones. Like I said, if you know how you feel about Arabian Tonka, to me, this is not as strong. It's like sometimes that can be too strong. This is dialed back. It's a little bit smoother. I'm not saying it's better. I just like this better because it's a little bit smoother and it's not as loud, but you're still getting great projection, great performance, great longevity with this one. And like I said, again, from the house of Al Haramain, you have Amber Oud, Deux by Night. Sexy bottle though. Sexy bottle. Sexy bottle. Sexy bottle. All right, so let's stick with the amber fragrances. Got another one, and this one, there are a lot of DNA surrounding this. You may be familiar with YSL Tuxedo, and so you have Maison Alhambra has Kismet. You have the Moustache joint. I think there are several others, but I have Kismet as well, but I actually prefer this one. I think it's a little bit fresher than Kismet, and I think you can wear this in more situations. I think like ambery fragrances is not something that you can really get away with at work because they can come off a little stronger, but I think this one you definitely can because it has a little bit more freshness than Kismet or Moustache to me. But you have from the house of Afnan, you have Turathi Brown. Again, warm, spicy, amber, woody, vanilla. There's some patchouli in here as well. This is just a beautiful fragrance. What I will say is that this one in particular, you're probably gonna wanna let this sit. And so hopefully you purchase this in the summertime. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to FragCom, a lot of you already have this, but if you're new to FragCom and you purchase this, you're probably gonna wanna let it sit for a couple of weeks to get that full projection out of it. Longevity to me has not necessarily been the greatest, even though the projection is great within those first 2 hours. But longevity, we're talking probably around 6 hours or whatever like that. You may have to reapply. But listen, in that 6 hour period, especially if you're doing it for date night, special meeting or something like that, nice, warm, spicy vanilla with this cool freshness that comes off, it's good, fam. Like, it's good. I think the Kismet and the Moustache is a little bit darker. You know what I'm saying? But if you want a fresher take, in my opinion, again, from the house of Afnan, Turathi Brown, I think it absolutely just works. And another beautiful bottle. Look at that. It just looks like a mantelpiece. All right, this next fragrance, I'll be honest with you, I didn't think I was gonna like as much based on what is actually impersonating, you know, what it's covering or whatever. We have one of these ones, y'all know Lattafa been putting out bangers for like the past month. You have from the house of Lattafa, and I can't hold these bottles, but you have from their Pride collection, you have Affection. All right. I need love and affection. Oh, 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 oh. That's how you feel when you wear this beautiful, nutty vanilla, woody, sweet, nutty vanilla. You got that pistachio in here. So this is going out the Kayali's pistachio. I think it's Kayali 33, whatever the green one is, the pistachio yum. I think it is. Listen, fellas, don't be afraid. Sometimes we can be afraid of things that we think lean very feminine, but I can assure you, if you're trying to get compliments and garner attention from another woman, sometimes you want to mix some things in there that are relatable to her. That's like, oh my God, I know what that is, but that smells so much better on you. You know what I'm saying? So even though this may be a little feminine leaning to some people because it comes off slightly powdery and slightly floral, then most men are, most men are, not confident enough to really pull off. But listen, I wear it with pride. I guess that's why they call it the Lattafa Pride collection. Nonetheless, man, this is good. This is good. She gonna fall in love with you. This is one of them ones. This is house approved. This is Netflix and chill approved. This is Target approved. This is coffee house approved. This is movie approved. This is date night approved. This is approved. Point blank, period. If you're trying to get love and affection, this is one of them ones, man. That pistachio, it does something different. It sets it off and you literally gonna smell like a snack. Like this is literally one of the better gourmands of the season. You're gonna be edible. Like she definitely is gonna try to eat you up. But again, from the house of Lattafa, we got that affection. All right, so this next fragrance, we're sticking with the house of Lattafa. This is based on I just realized that all of these are clones. Okay, yeah. I really didn't think of that when that's where we at. I don't think of it as being clones anymore. Nonetheless, this one is a clone cover based on a fragrance I gifted last year that I was really kind of upset that I gave to my uncle. 1 Million Parfum. So we have from the house of Lattafa again, we have Fakhar Gold. They really call it Fakhar X Straight. You know what I'm saying? But this is one of them ones. Amber, tuberose, musky. This is a super fresh floral, vanilla, musky, ambery type of fragrance. Like, matter of fact, it ain't even really no vanilla in here, so let me take that back. But it's that cashmerean. Like, this is good. First of all, the bottle is dope. Let's just talk about the bottle. That's crazy. But the way the cardamom, the tuberose, there's pink pepper, just a little bit. It's not peppery, but it's enough to be like, okay. But amber, cashmere, it's just a beautiful scent, man. The huge compliment factor. And this is strong. Great projection, great performance, great longevity, great sillage. Scent bubble is gonna be crazy. Like, as a matter of fact, this is one of them ones. Now, this is very floral forward. That tuberose is gonna push. It's got some solar notes in here. Reminds me a lot of what Valentino did with their Uomo Gold, Born in Roma Gold. Very similar to that, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think this is a take on that, but very similar. But again, based on that 1 Million Parfum DNA, you can't beat it. I'm not gonna say it's goated. I almost slipped up and say this is goated, but it's definitely, that DNA is amazing. But again, from the house of Lattafa, you have Fakhar Gold. All right, so this next fragrance you have seen me talked about, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. You should know after I say this is the best latent cover on the market. You know what I'm saying? From the house of Paris Corner, we have under the line of North Stag Expressions, we have Deux. To me, it gets no better than this. That apple, lavender, bergamot. You know, you got some vanilla, cardamom, sandalwood. Y'all know Leighton is a great transition scent. It's great for fall. You can get away with it in winter. Leighton is kind of all year round, except for, well, if you work in the office, it's kind of all year round. Definitely not something I would try to pull off in the summer. But if you live somewhere where you have cool summer nights, definitely you can get away with it. But this time of the year, man, this stuff is perfect. And so great transition scent. Like, it'll be back in the upper 70s next week in North Carolina. But again, we're still not in that summer humidity. So this is still going to be great even on a bright sunny day where it's not hot. but the sun is shining. You can still get with this, gonna boom and project off the skin. I know other people have said they think this is the best one. This is the best one. Let me just tell y'all, go back and watch my other video. I'm telling you, trust me when I tell you, this is the best one on the market. You know what I'm saying? Outside of NAZAR. I'm gonna just say that because that latent impression is ridiculous. Nonetheless, I'm just talking about things that are massively wide available right now. But again, I don't think it gets any better than this. You get a little bit of the exclusive hints in there, but it really stays with that latent. But you can't beat it again from the house of Paris Corner. You have the line North Stag Expressions. Deux. All right, we're back with the house of Lattafa, and this is one of my favorite fragrances that I'm rocking right now based on the discontinued Armani Code Profumo. And this one right here, I haven't smelled Profumo in forever, so I can't even sit here and compare it and tell you whether it's one-to-one, whatever. But I do know this one stands alone for me being good because, again, I told y'all I'm not the biggest fan of leather, but I love when fragrances are able to just take that leather and even though it's the start of the show, they can make it more appealing to a person like me who's like, I have respect for leather, I appreciate it, but I don't want to smell like leather. But I don't mind there being a nice leather accord in it, and I think Lattafa did that very well with Hayati. You can see that's a fingerprint magnet. Hayati Gold Elixir. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get leather, you're gonna get citrus, it's gonna be aromatic, you're gonna get some vanilla out of this. This is good, fam. There's some bergamot, some grapefruit in here at the top. Like, this is a great layering with the Fakhar joint I sprayed. Leather is the star of the show, but it's not off-putting. You know what I'm saying? Because you got that, this is not like, to me, if you're like me and leather is not something you really care to smell like, I would say, and you don't want like ombre leather or something like that. I told y'all I like their Oudh ombre leather because they took out that petroleum moss and they actually added vanilla. This has a little bit more leather than the Oudh ombre leather. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost, I think people probably would have appreciated more if Tom Ford had came out with this, because you still have the amber, you still have the vanilla, you have some saffron, some peach, but that leather comes off just a little bit more, not as strong as ombre leather. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't heard anybody say this is related to ombre leather, but though I'm relating it more in the family of that Oudh ombre leather, which is the last flanker that Tom Ford actually came out with in that line. But I'm not saying that's a good alternative. I'm not saying that's a good replacement, but this looks super feminine. It's very off like misleading. You know what I'm saying? You would think this is for a female or whatever. And I think ladies may actually love this. You know what I'm saying? Especially those of y'all who are in biker gangs or whatever. Let me not say biker gangs, but biking, what do y'all call it? It's not called gangs. Clubs, motorcycle clubs, biker clubs or whatever. I was like, bro, I cannot figure that out for the life of me. Forgive me, because I got a lot of friends that's in motorcycle, bike clubs or whatever. Definitely not a gang. But this is good. I implore you to check this one out. You probably saw this bottle because you've probably seen the blue one and the black one, which I do have. I think I've talked about both of them on the channel. And you probably saw this one and was like, nah, that's definitely for a chick. It is not. Like, can you get away with this being unisex? But bruh, trust me when I tell you, this is not specific. This is more masculine leaning, you know what I'm saying, than you think. But again, from the house of Lattafa, we have Gold Elixir. All right, let's talk about another discontinued DNA that is perfect for this colder weather. 1 million Prive gone way before its time, gone too early. And you guys have heard me talk about Onyx. One of those ones you can pick up from like probably Burlington or whatever, being great, but the performance as far as the longevity not being there. If you want the longevity, then you already know where I'm going. Again, Under the brand of Paris Corner, the House of Paris Corner, we have under the brand of Pendora scents, we have Milano, Prive, warm, spicy, cinnamon, sweet, amber, tobacco. Listen, man, I'ma just be smelling like the greatest things, you know, under the sun today, because this is all good. Like, you can't beat this at all. People can be like, bro, what you got on? Everything, all of them. I'm wearing everything. Again, I told y'all I'm not the biggest fan of cinnamon scents. You know what I'm saying? This also gets a lot of comparison to like Oudh, but I think this is clearly 1 million Prive. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of front forward cinnamon fragrances, but this doesn't give me Home Bazaar vibes. You know what I'm saying? So I can actually live with this one. The way they pull in the spices, the way they pull in the amber, the way they pull in that sweetness, that vanilla, that tobacco, it doesn't make this smell like an old person. You know what I'm saying? So well done. I think you should definitely check this out. Perfect for a day like today. You going to the fair. I'm checking out the fair tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, this is going to be perfect for that. But Pendora scents, we have Milano, Prive. I can't talk about fall and not have this one included, but we have from the House of Lattafa, Vintage Radio. If you're looking for something woody, aromatic, fruity, beautiful plum note in this, you know what I'm saying, gives you this nice citrus, fresh, spicy vibes that you can also get away with in the springtime, but works perfect for fall and winter as well. This is one of those ones. Like, the plum here just makes this. Did y'all see the atomizer though? The plum is the star of the show. Almost to the point where there's plum in 1 Million Lucky as well. And even though 1 Million Lucky is like my everyday signature scent, I could see this being a close second. I have not talked about this at all on the channel, and that's my fault. I apologize, Vintage Radio. You deserve more respect than that. But yeah, man, I'm a fan of plum. And so the way the plum is done in this, and it's woody and it's fresh and it's spicy, it's just like perfect. If you're looking for something perfect for fall, for the workplace, this is it. This is the perfect, out of everything I said, to me, this is the perfect, easy to reach, all arounder, any situation. If you don't have this, you're playing yourself. Make sure you go check this out. From the House of Lattafa, you have Vintage Radio. All right, so y'all let me know, you know what I'm saying? I know I still probably left out some bangers. Trust me, this is not gonna be the last time I talk about those, but these are things that I'm currently rocking right now. And I was like, bro, let me just go ahead and put together this video. You know, instead of doing a full fragrance review for Fat Boy Friday, let me just go ahead and be like, hey, listen, these is doing crazy work for me right now. Crazy compliment factors, performing great. And so I think these are things that, you know, most of you probably have, but there's a good number of you who are just, you know, my subscribers who are really just coming in the fragrance community, really diving in, you know, and building up your collection. And I think these are some great additions. I don't think these are too redundant. The only thing that I feel like is redundant may be, I think you could choose between either one of these. I don't think you need both of these. I think you can choose one, but everything else, I think they kind of stand on their own, you know, because I know people will ask that. Well, should I get this or this, or get this or this, or get both of them? I think all of them, most of you probably already have, but if you're new to everything, I'm not saying go out here and blow all your money, because what do I tell y'all? I want you to experience life at a fraction of the cost that everybody is charging you. But these are some dope fragrances, and I'm gonna sit here and try to figure out what I'm gonna wear to the fair tomorrow. Or I might do something different, you know what I'm saying? But holla at your boy, you know, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you can be notified every single time I post content to the channel. Let me know if you're rocking with this list. Let me know what you would have added. Let me know what you would like to see. Let me know if you think I should have taken anything out. But show me your list. That's what I want to see. I want to see you put your video together and show me your list. But until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video. You guys have an amazing weekend. Holla at your boy.